So that is Portuguese for hi, my name's Toni. How are you doing? So the reason why I spoke Portuguese was because I traveled to Brazil a lot. And so I chose my Brazil bracelet to go in my bag because it represents my love for Brazil. So I traveled to Brazil for mission trips. And on those mission trips, we usually go into the favelas, which are slums, which is like the grossest part of Brazil. And we go and serve the people there. We speak like ministry to them, so we speak the gospel to them, and we help them prepare food. There's a cooking class that Nate, one of the guys on the property in Sao Paulo, hosts. So that's like after church, and all the women come to that, and which it kind of ties into the garden that they have on the property, which is super cool because here in the States we usually have a garden for our own fresh food and stuff, and there they use the garden not for themselves but to first feed the people in the favelas and then to put back in the house, which is super cool because it's honestly like a selfless act. And another thing in Brazil is I have also built super strong relationships with people, such as there's a woman in Gleba B and her name's Laura, and she has a son named Lucas. And the funny thing is she's actually my age, so she's 19 and she has a 4-year-old son. And what's something that's like super cool is that me and her connected instantly because our testimonies are super close. And so she grew up in a separated home. Her dad was in and out of the house, which my dad wasn't, like somewhat in the house, but super different. And so like some way along the way she found Christ through the people who are in Brazil, which is super cool because, you know, I came to Christ like at a young age, and I thought it was so cool how I could relate to her and everything like that. And I've found super strong love for her son. Even when she hasn't been at church, we still bond together, which is super cool because I like look at him as like my kid, and she'll send me pictures all the time and be like, hey, Lucas went to the property today, and you know, he got to hang out and play soccer, and she'll send me videos, which always makes me super happy. So when we're in Brazil, like I said, we do go to multiple favelas. We help serve, we give food, speak and preach in them, and also something that's super different than what we do in the States. We go in home and visit people. So we walk in, and the people in Brazil are super like welcoming. So as soon as we walk in, they're like, oh my goodness, come in, please. And we're all like cramming into a space probably the size of like where my arms can reach. And there's maybe 10 people in the house that actually sleep in the house, which is something that's like, unthinkable in America because our houses are so big compared to there. And so we'll go in and visit, and they'll, you know, whip up whatever they've got in their house, and you know, the food there is amazing. Like this woman whipped up Jello in like 20 minutes, and it was like the best thing I think I'd ever tasted, just with like the nasty water there too, but it was super cool. So yeah, that's why I chose my Brazil bracelet. Another thing in my bag is my passport. This is like my baby. I like to travel a lot. Like I said, I go to Brazil a lot. I've been to Brazil 4 times in the past 2 years. I've also been to Mexico and Haiti, and I'm planning a trip to Europe in May, which is super exciting. I'm going with my German sister, is what we call her. She was our foreign exchange student. I'm going with her, and we're gonna start out in Germany and make our way up and go to Berlin and Amsterdam and everything, and then work our way down to France and Spain, which is something I'm super excited about because that's like my first like big trip, which is gonna be so fun. That's gonna take 2 weeks. And also I do a lot of traveling in states, so this passport doesn't just represent out of the states, it's in states as well. So I have 2 best friends. We love to travel. We just went to Gatlinburg a couple weekends ago, and we're planning a trip to Atlanta and then a ski trip next year, which is like super fun. So I love doing like traveling even within the states as well. So my last item in the bag is a paintbrush. No, I don't love to paint, but I do love interior design. I love working with stuff. I have painted a lot of stuff. I've painted the children's wing at Life Point. I've also painted my room multiple times growing up. I've painted my little sister's room. I've painted our upstairs. I've painted my boyfriend's mom's kitchen, her cabinets, and her living room. I've also helped refurnish her house, which is something super cool, and I have a really big passion for that. I love anything to do with interior design. I love Chip and Jo off, Fixer Upper. They're my absolute favorite. So anything to do with that, I absolutely love. So thank you guys so much for staying. Don't stop it. Did you stop it? Mm-mm. So this is all the people that came. This is my mom and all her small group friends and family. So yeah, so thank you so much.